Welcome everyone, this is your boy Seth and we are back at it again today. And today, before we get started, I need to apologize to each and every one of you. I've been missing in action the last few days, so I'm a little behind on our post-game shows. And today we're going to talk a couple Arkansas games and post-game shows with Arkansas. But before we get started and all that, I need everyone to do your boy Seth a favor and please hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to my channel, and if you like my content, please share it. So today we're going to talk about the Arkansas-Missouri game on Saturday, and so we'll get to that, and then we'll talk about the next video later. But we're going to start with Arkansas-Missouri. Arkansas went into Columbia, Missouri, and defeated the number 10 team in the nation, 86-81 in overtime. And if you go back to my pregame, I talked about they've only had like 3 overtime games in 54 meetings. This was their 55th meeting, so this was their 4th overtime game. You'd think they'd have a lot more than that, but they don't as many times as they played. But Arkansas goes in there, defeats them 86-81 in overtime, moves their record to 11-16 in Columbia. They're overall 29-26 against Missouri. And then since Missouri's joined the SEC, they're 10-8 against them. But Arkansas moves to 16-5 overall, 8-4 in conference, tied for second with LSU. Missouri drops to 13-5 overall, 6-5 in conference, and drops to 6. As you can see, this game was huge for both teams. Both teams were fighting for that double bye position in the SEC tournament, and both teams were fighting for NCAA position seeding also. They had Missouri on the 4 line. I don't really believe Missouri's a 4 seed, but that's just their opinion and my opinion. They're experts and I'm not. But we have to acknowledge that Jeremiah Tillman was not playing for Missouri this game. So that really hurt Missouri, but we also need to take in consideration that in the first game that Missouri beat us, Justin Smith did not play for Arkansas. That hurt Arkansas. So, but let's talk about the game. The first half, I thought we were a little slow on offense. I took us a little while to get going. They jumped out. I mean, Moody was really good. You know, he started. Him and Justin were really the key factors in the first half. I think Moody probably had more points than 7 if he wouldn't have picked up two quick fouls. And I think Justin Smith was really good this game also. In the first half and the second half. They shot the ball really well. Missouri did. They usually hit 6 3-pointers a game, and they hit 13. So they jumped out to a 9-point lead, and we came back and erased it. Seals looked much better today. He didn't look as injured, than he has the last couple of games. But you got to think about the game. It's I think we're a better team when we go up and down the floor. I don't think we should slow the ball down. I don't think we're as good when we slow it down. I think we're a better up-tempo team. I think when we're out and running. And I got to give a shout out to Devo Davis. He just plays so hard. I mean, that's what I love to see, someone playing so hard. But Missouri was up 35-31 at halftime. Connor Vanover and kind of Jalen Tate was kind of non-existent in the first half. But Tate ended up with 14 points in the 14, and Connor finished up with 12. So they combined for 20 more points in the second half, which was huge for this game. They both showed out. I think they made some adjustments to get them more shots, more open looks, and anything. But Arkansas, they scored 7 more points in the second half than they scored in the first. I feel like, if you put the overtime game, they did really good in overtime too. They scored 13 points in overtime. But also, I just feel like they were just more aggressive in the second half, going to the basket and getting to the rim. And, and I think Justin Smith is just absolutely a stud right now. He's just playing next level ball. So with all that being said, Arkansas comes away with the victory. It's tied for second in the SEC. Missouri drops to 6. So right now, Arkansas sitting on that second line. You got to be proud of the Hogs. Really proud of them. Hogs had four players in double figures. With Smith had 19, Vanover with 12, Tate 14, and Moody had 16. Missouri had two players in double figures. Pinson had 23. I think it's what he had the last game was 23-21 also. So he gets his points against us. Drew Smith had 15. I'm not sure we win this game with Tillman being there. I might think they beat us, but I don't think Missouri wins the game in Arkansas if we have Justin Smith. So, both teams shot the ball really well. Arkansas was 29 for 62 from the field, which is 46.8%. They shot 21 threes, they only hit 8, which is 38.1%. But here's the key factor to the game. Arkansas was 20 for 23 from the free throw line. That's 87%. That's where you win ball games constantly, always at the free throw line. I mean, I feel like if you hit your free throws, that you're going to be in the game at the end of the day. So, Arkansas won the turnover battle, 16-13. Also, Missouri was 27 for 61 from the field. They shot 44.3%. They were, like I said, they hit like 13 threes, and they were 13 for 33, which is 40.6%. And then they were 14 for 21 from the line, which is 66.7%, which is, Missouri didn't hit the free throws very good. You think Missouri hits 5 more of those free throws, we're in double overtime. So I think that's where the game comes down to. It's those free throws. When Missouri lost the game, and I think the Hogs won the game with free throws, being exceptional on those free throw shootings. So Missouri, of course, won the rebound battle, by 5, 39-34. I didn't think they shouldn't have beat us in rebounding because, Tillman wasn't there and everything, so we didn't rebound the ball like we should have. But with that being said, it's a great win for the Razorbacks. And you got to appreciate their effort today, and they're sitting at second in the SEC right now. So with that being said, that's going to be all for this post-game show, and we'll bring the other one to you later. Have a good day.